The grand reopening is here. Capacity limits are gone. Mask mandates dropped in most spots. We're going to lay out what you need to know.
Our brief shot at real summer weather comes to an end tonight. What to expect by morning.
And a great bagel debate. But is it really one? New York Live with the report pitting East Coast versus West Coast. This is News 4 Now for May 19th. I'm Adam Cooperstein, and it is here. After waiting over a year, the tri-state is reopening big time. Capacity limits are going away in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut at all businesses. That means restaurants, museums, theaters, gyms, salons, retail stores. They don't have to have those percentage limits anymore, but they will still have to maintain social distancing unless everyone's fully vaccinated. And then for restaurants especially, this is a day they have been waiting for.
It's a great feeling, to be back where we want to be back, and everyone's eager to work. Patrons are eager to come out and eat.
Now let's get to masks. Fully vaccinated people in New York and Connecticut can ditch them indoors, except in places like public transit, nursing homes, hospitals, jails, and homeless shelters. And also keep in mind, it's up to each individual business if they still want to require masks. But in New Jersey, it's a different story. The outdoor mask mandate is gone, but indoors, vaccinated or not, you still need to keep your mask on everywhere. Well, a man has died after a construction accident at a very well-known building in the Bronx. Police say an elevator collapsed Wednesday morning at 20 Bruckner Boulevard in Mott Haven. That building's been long known as the History Channel building because of the enormous sign for the cable channel sitting on the roof of that vacant building. When the elevator collapsed into the basement, police say one man was killed and another man was injured. The Department of Buildings is now investigating, and we do know that a worker died in a fall at that same building in 2019. The investigation into the Trump Organization is growing more serious. The New York Attorney General's office says they are looking into possible criminal activity. The AG's office says that it's actively investigating possible criminal activity by the Trump Organization, along with the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Until now, the investigation by Attorney General Tish James has been purely civil in nature. The AG's office did not elaborate on what possible crimes it's looking into. Former President Trump responded with a lengthy statement saying he just learned that this is a criminal probe, even though the AG's office says they informed the Trump Organization. President Trump also accused the Attorney General and the District Attorney of being possessed and trying to destroy him. At least 6 men are now facing federal charges accused in a multi-million-dollar COVID relief fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors say the men are seen in these pictures showing the money off on social media. Investigators say they fraudulently obtained $2 million in pandemic-related unemployment benefits. We're told 2 other defendants are still on the loose, too, and all 6 of them appeared in federal court yesterday. They were then freed on $75,000 bond each. A completely contactless East Village dumpling shop is now open. It's called Brooklyn Dumpling Shop, and you could say it's looking toward the future by borrowing from the past with automats. Your entire order and pickup process is all through an app. The restaurant's going to have detectors at the door to scan your temperature, and then glass lockers that open up with the swipe of a cell phone. Well, it's really feeling like summer out there, but Maria, that is coming to an end for a bit.
This was what you would call a summer feel kind of day, minus the humidity, and that's going to continue in through this evening. So if you have any plans to be out and about, it is going to stay warm. Mid-80s through the dinner time, and then around sunset, still in the upper 70s, lower 80s. Fair skies early on, but we do see some clouds moving in as we get past midnight and into tomorrow morning. Otherwise, pretty quiet again. 62 for the low in the city, White Plains in the 50s. We'll stay in the 50s from Islip and Bridgeport, Sussex, Monticello, and Poughkeepsie. Not the only change, though, with the clouds moving in, the winds shifting. We've had them out of the west-northwest. That's a dry flow, but changing more to an easterly direction. While not very gusty, that is going to be enough to add a little bit of a cool flavor to the day tomorrow, where temperatures will be about 10 degrees cooler than they were today.
All right, who has the best bagel? No question, it's New York, right? Well, New York Live is addressing the report, trying to put that into question.
It's a bakery with a backstory getting a tremendous amount of buzz. So naturally, I had to take the trip to West Orange to see what Bagels by Jarrett is all about. So Jarrett, so legend has it that you just used to like to bake and your bagels were so good that the neighborhood essentially forced you to open up a shop. Is that true? Is there truth in there?
I would never call myself a baker. I still wouldn't call myself a baker, but I did come up with a really good bagel. But it was one of those things that was like, dude, you have a little bit of a gift here, go for it. Good afternoon, Bagels by Jarrett. California's usually a 2-day turnaround, and we try to ship on Wednesday so that you'll have them on Friday.
Burrata bagel, which is new.
Is it burrata bagel?
The fact that I came here with one sandwich on my mind and ordered something completely different. You can't make my mind up.
So what does everybody need to know about Bagels by Jarrett?
How I would word him is literally a magical scientist when it comes to food.
We would give up this baby for Jarrett's Bagels.
So tell me about the menu.
Yeah, so I get bored really easily, and bagels aren't really fun. We only have 3 types of bagels, plain, everything in sesame. Once in a while, we have a chocolate bagel that we do. One day I started playing with dough out of boredom in the shop, and the guys were like, dude, we have to make bagels. And I was just playing with dough, and I created a little disc. And I was like, I wonder if we could fill this disc with something. And from there came the bagel bun, as it was referred to as. Bacon, egg, and cheese bun?
That looks insane. Oh, it's hot. Oh my God.
That's right. We're a bagel shop that makes tacos and fried chicken sandwiches and like special egg rolls. Like, this makes no sense whatsoever. People get angry at us. People will pull up and they're like, you're a bagel shop. What do you mean you don't have cinnamon raisin and strawberry cream cheese? I'm like, we don't, but we have awesome tacos today.
Jarrett, you have absolutely spoiled me today. Tell everybody how they also can experience their Bagels by Jarrett.
It's all curbside. You just order when you get here. We have online ordering as well, but we don't do any phone orders. You just pull up, place your order when you get here, and we run it right out to you.
Bagels by Jarrett is legit. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming.
A new highly anticipated boardwalk at the Jersey Shore isn't going to be ready for the unofficial start of summer. Officials blame the lumber shortage we've been hearing about for months. And as News 4 Jersey Shore reporter Ted Greenberg tells us, wood isn't the only material that these builders are waiting for.
It's beautiful. The wood is beautiful.
Jody and Lori are looking forward to taking some strolls on a new boardwalk promenade along the Back Bay in Margate.
Can't wait till it's done.
But they'll have to wait a bit longer because wood for the decking isn't yet here.
It's on a ship now in the Pacific Ocean.
The city wanted the promenade to be finished by Memorial Day weekend, but officials say the timeline for completion has now been pushed back into August because of the ongoing lumber shortage and surging demand.
It's a sign of the times, but it's a disappointment because we wanted the jewel of the Margate to be for all the people to enjoy sooner than later.
New homes going up, part of a building boom at the Jersey Shore, also taking longer to finish.
Walls and ceilings should have been covered with drywall or sheetrock.
In addition to lumber, Mark Seligson says it's also very tough to get other building supplies.
Just even trying to find different materials for the job has just taken so much time out of our schedule, trying to find lumber, decking, siding, windows.
It's kind of pushing things further out. We used to be able to build homes in 6 to 8 months, the guys would be able to do. Now it's 10 months to a year at least.
The rising cost of building supplies and a lack of available home inventory are both helping to drive up real estate prices here at the shore. For example, experts say these 2 houses would likely sell for 10 to 20% more now compared to last year.
There's so many factors that are kind of going into this just crazy atmosphere.
I don't think there's one thing right now that we can actually count on to be there when we need it.
Requiring building plans to now include more patience. Ted Greenberg, News 4 New York.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.